Every time I post this Land Cruiser, everybody asks me the same exact question. How much did it cost? And honestly, I wasn't really sure until I started adding everything up today. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how much it costs for me to restore this Land Cruiser. Believe it or not, when I purchased this Land Cruiser, it looked like this. And the cheapest thing about the whole build was the cruiser itself. I bought it about 2.5 years ago for $2,000. But when I bought it, obviously you can see it was completely beat. It was missing the whole back half. So the first thing I had to do was buy a parts Land Cruiser. It cost me about $800, but it cost $1,000 to ship it here from Chicago. So all in all, it was about $1,800. But with that, I was able to salvage the back half of that one. I cut that one off, placed it onto this one, and stitch welded it on. And I was able to salvage the back half out of that one, the hatch, and the interior, and a few other miscellaneous pieces. And then I was able to sell it off and recoup some of the money there. But that was a pretty good buy considering I was able to get all those pieces off of it. And those few pieces that I needed were not rusted out. The next expense that I had was the body and paint. Obviously, I spent so much time working on that. If you were to factor in the labor, it would be concerning, but that was obviously free because it was just my time, and what is that good for? So after that, I did all the body and all the paint with the help of my dad, and the cost of that came out to be $3,000, kind of a ballpark estimate. That was doing all of it ourselves, including all the Bondo work, all the body work, and then we ended up spraying the whole thing in an inflatable paint booth, which we had some hiccups along the way, but it turned out very good, and I get compliments all the time wondering where it was painted, and just two idiots painted it in an inflatable paint booth. So that was pretty encouraging, but just know there may be some issues and some problems, but it's not impossible. We did it. The next expense are the wheels and tires. These are just Facebook Marketplace specials. In fact, the front wheels and the rear wheels are different. I didn't know that when I bought them, but it all worked out just fine. They look cool. I like the looks of them, kind of period correct. And then I've got BFG KO2s on it. Those were also off Facebook Marketplace, basically brand new. So the wheels and tires all together about $1,500. And then it's got an Old Man Emu 2.5-inch lift kit on it. And the cost of that was $2,000. So between the wheels and tires and the lift kit, about $3,500 to get it sitting exactly how I wanted, and kind of gives it that classic, classy look that I was looking for. Now for probably the coolest and my favorite modification that I've done to it is the 5.3 LS with the 4-speed automatic transmission. It's been a complete game changer. I daily drive this Land Cruiser, so having the LS in it, having that V8 power, I also pull a ski boat with it, so being able to do that and really use it, you know, obviously the 2F is great, but I want to be able to get around town. I don't want to have to worry about a few different things. So the LS has been awesome. I probably have over 1,000 miles on it so far, and it's been great. The cost of this was about $10,000. That includes recouping, I think, about $1,000 from the 2F that I had in it. But this has been pretty sweet. And if you want to see some more info on this, I've done a few more videos, including breaking out exactly how I arrived at that $10,000 cost. So I've got those videos on my channel if you want to check them out. But this is probably the coolest thing I've done to it. Now for the front end, the front bumper and winch, everything included with these lights and these LED headlights from City Racer. The cost of this was about $2,200 to get the front end looking just right. I built this rear bumper. It cost me about $500 for all the material and to have it CNC cut out to fit perfectly. And then I just have it spray painted with primer. I would have liked to have had it powder coated, but it's just a little too expensive for me right now. So down the road, I do plan on getting it powder coated. For the interior, this is where I kind of think I scored with that parts Land Cruiser. Between what I had and what I was able to get from that Land Cruiser, I was able to piece together almost a mint condition interior, all original, all matching. It's probably my favorite part about it. It's super cool to climb into it and know it's all just about proper. And then the other thing that I did to it is it's got an aftermarket head unit, Bluetooth, I've got an amp on it, I've added some speakers, all kind of hidden so you can't see it, but the cost of that was about $500 and definitely worth it. Now you can see on the screen it came out to I think about $24,000, and obviously that's kind of the ballpark figures, kind of the key points I touched on. There are a few things that I missed, I'm sure, and things that I just won't remember, and little things add up obviously. And I think I did pretty good. I was able to get it all done for relatively low cost for how good it looks and what I would value it at with the LS swap and all the body work and it being pretty straight. Ultimately, I built my dream rig, so I don't really ever planning on selling it. But if you're planning on kind of restoring something yourself, just know all these figures don't include labor. And if I were to have to include labor in this, it would have never made sense. Just the bodywork alone to repair the back of it would have cost more than this thing would have ever been worth. So if you're gonna have to hire a lot of these things done, you're probably gonna be underwater. And obviously these things, you're not doing it to be an investment, but I'm a money guy and I have a hard time wrapping my head around a new vehicle depreciating, let alone dumping a bunch of money into an old vehicle, not knowing you're at least gonna get some of it out. So if you're up for doing it yourself, I think you can do something you love. If this is your hobby, just go for it. You know, you're gonna learn a lot and you're gonna figure out if you like it or if you don't. So I would encourage you to go buy yourself a classic car, and if you're doing the work yourself, I think you're gonna do just fine. And if you have to hire someone, so be it. You know, you're building something you enjoy. So those are my 2 cents. If you wanna check out some of my other videos, go for it. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed or liked, or you know, ask me any questions you might have. You know, if you feel like I did something dumb, let me know. Or if you think something would be cool to do to it, let me know. Because like I said, I daily drive this. I am planning on adding air conditioning because right now it doesn't have it and it gets pretty warm when you're daily driving a rig like this. So let me know if there's something you think would be cool to add to it, because I am always tinkering on it and I'm always down to try something new. So thanks for watching.